dogs. Ooh, right, guys. Right, let's have a look. We need to get out the road, don't we? Okay, guys, don't worry. We're on it. We're on it. Right. Woohoo! My God! Sorry, guys. We're wobbling around. Okay. Let's go. Right, we're gonna do a mile and a half in. Ooh, the sun's come out. Hi, Elvis Presley fan. I'm going for a dog walk. I'm gonna do a mile and a half in half an hour, walking fast. Then I gotta go and get the kids from school. Ooh, it's actually sunnier than I expected. Cold but sunny. So I haven't really told anyone we're live, guys. Right, okay. Clear the throat. I've always got a croaky throat. What is wrong with my throat? So I've just had dinner. I had steak omelette. Steak omelette. You guys know I'm on carnivore diet, keto diet. Eggs and beef. Egg and beef, that's what I had for lunch. The last time I ate, so at the moment it's around 2 o'clock in England. Hi Lily. It's cold, but because it's quite a bright sun, it doesn't feel too bad. Here's the dogs. Yay, dog walk. There you go, Ella and Princess. Princess is the mum, she's 16. Ella is the daughter, she's 12. Ella looks much younger than she is. So, we've just finished a live. I'm pretty sure it was on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto, and it is a newly found rare interview with Lynda Thompson in April 1978. Now, when I say newly found by me, not newly found in the world. I'm sure if you go on YouTube, you'll find it. But I stumbled across it. I think I have done something on it once before, I think. So I found that interview quite fascinating. Lynda Thompson in April. So you work it out, guys. So we're talking, is it 8 months after Elvis died? We know that Lynda Thompson wasn't with him. Woo! Now it's cold, guys. It's cold now. So 8 months after Elvis passed away, God rest his soul, she's on the Michael Douglas show. The only reason that I know it's Michael Douglas, because I have no idea about anything about Michael Douglas, is because I think Evelyn on our live stream on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto told me about it. So thank you, Evelyn. Right, let me get past these people. Come on. There we go. Right, I'm coughing my guts up still. And then we had Dan on there, who gave me some information about the manager of the Hilton Hotel, Henry, who was very nice, by the way, who really defended Elvis. They were up in the penthouse suite in the Hilton. I know the Hilton changed its name a couple of times, didn't it? That hotel was almost purpose-built for Elvis, wasn't it? Elvis was going to be the opening act, the headline act. I think we see the footage of Elvis signing the contracts. A very handsome Elvis. I think he had like a black suit on. It was all staged, I think, for the press, but it was all pre-agreed that Elvis was going to be the opening act. Is that right? Am I getting that right? Tell me if I'm wrong, guys. And you see the hotel, the Hilton, under construction. I mean, it's had a few names, hasn't it, guys? Let me just cross over. Right, hang on. Right. 1 second, guys. Right. Oh. Woohoo! It's a bit windy around here. Guys, remind me of the name. So it was the Hilton, and then it became what? Let me know. I've forgotten. It's completely gone out of my head. Guys, tell me what it was called. Anyway. So Elvis, a very handsome Elvis. In 1969, a very slim Elvis signs these contracts. A very public signing. It was in all the tabloids, on all the TV news clips, around the world, in all the magazines. Elvis was going to be the opening act in this brand new hotel. But here we are, there you go. International, then the Hilton, and then the West. Yes, and it's still there now. It's Westgate. Isn't it called Westgate? Is that right? Hi, Elizabeth. Is it called Westgate? Westgate Hotel now. I think I think it was on Defending Elvis. EP Fan. Oh, what is that? EP Fan. Is EP Fan on there? Anyway, so as I was saying, guys, I did do a thing about on the 90th birthday celebrations. Didn't they have a celebration at the Westgate Hotel? Like a 48-hour celebration at Westgate Hotel. Is that right? For his 90th birthday? I'm not sure. And wasn't Dave Stanley there? Tell me if I'm right or wrong, guys. Ah, right, okay, got it, yeah, sorry. Right, let me get past these people. So, okay, we're going now, guys. Right, keep going. So, we find this rare old interview. Elizabeth, were you there? We just did a live stream on Defending Elvis Presley about this newly found, rare vintage interview with Lynda Thompson in 1978 in April with Henry, the manager of the Hilton Hotel, who obviously was good friends with Elvis, good friends with Colonel Tom Parker. Let me just get past these people. Now Henry, now hang on, we're just talking about the signing of the contracts. So obviously Elvis signs these contracts. We know about this deal. I'm pretty sure it's mentioned in the Baz Luhrmann film, Elvis. It shows Colonel Tom Parker agreeing terms in the movie. He writes it on a tablecloth. And I think Henry, who was being interviewed by Michael Douglas in this rare interview, this rare vintage interview, was speaking very highly of the Colonel. Hi, Tony. He was speaking very highly of the Colonel. He was speaking very highly of Elvis. I really like the way that Lynda and Henry, the manager of the Hilton in Vegas, and defended Elvis. I really like that. Now, Michael Douglas, I thought he was just rude. I just thought the way that he was questioning about Elvis. He was just digging for bad news. I didn't like it. Hi, Jimmy. Now, this Michael Douglas guy, someone said to me he's a singer. I don't really know who he is. Michael Douglas, the singer from the 70s, he spent the whole interview trying to dig up dirt about Elvis. He was very negative about Elvis's prescribed medication, his eating habits. He kept bringing up the famous banana and peanut butter sandwiches. He had every attempt to belittle Elvis and make Elvis look bad. Obviously, he brings up the shooting of the TVs. He hints on Elvis being unfaithful. And I just thought, Michael Douglas, what a shame that he spent all of that interview trying to snipe at Elvis. But it isn't all bad, guys. I thought Lynda Thompson, now I am a big Lynda Thompson fan. I really like Lynda Thompson. She said a few things that she shouldn't have. But I like Lynda Thompson. I think she's stunning, beautiful. I completely see why Elvis liked her. She was very, very beautiful when she met him, just after Elvis split up from Priscilla. Hi, Lasika. She was very beautiful. Lynda Thompson, when she met Elvis, she says the first year that she was with him, they were together every day for a year. She was stunning. I mean, I'll be honest with you, she's quite my type. Yeah, honestly, guys, I really think she's gorgeous. Yeah, she's still beautiful now. Lynda Thompson, even now, is still beautiful. But anyway, this is my point. So Michael Douglas sits them down in this rare vintage interview. Go and watch it, guys. It's on Defending Elvis Presley. It's a live stream. So Michael Douglas, he just, almost from the start, he's trying to have a dig at Elvis, trying to portray Elvis in a bad light. There's just no need for it. No need for it. He'd even seen Elvis in concert, and he kept going on about the fact that Elvis would turn his back to the audience. I could tell it bothered him. Now, the reason Elvis turned his back to the audience is because he would always announce the band. Sometimes there would be some gospel singers there. He really loved his backing singers. So Elvis would turn his back to the audience because he didn't need all the attention just on him. Elvis would give his band, his backing singers, time to have their moment on stage at these sellout concerts. Because Elvis did sell out every concert he ever did, I think, as far as I know he did. So I could tell it bothered Michael Douglas. It annoyed him that Elvis would keep turning his back, but the crowds loved it. So then Michael Douglas is trying to dig holes at Elvis. Now, luckily and thankfully to Elvis, Lynda Thompson was very good. Every time Michael Douglas had a snipe, Lynda would defend Elvis. I thought she was great. Now, I know I do get quite regular messages trying to have a little dig at Lynda, but I think she's lovely, and I've got nothing against her at all. You know, she's Elvis's girlfriend. She's, of course, she, how can I say it, has always been very proud. She was his friend. She does say, I do think she feels that she really helped Elvis in the first year because of this embarrassment where Elvis was humiliated by Priscilla, demanding a divorce after being caught having an affair for a year with Mike Stone, and then making the decision to demand the divorce and take poor Lisa Marie away from her father. And then Priscilla obviously goes off and lives with Mike Stone, which must have been horrific for Lisa and so horrible for Elvis. You imagine Elvis watching his beautiful child being dragged away. Hi, Josie. Being dragged away by Priscilla to go and live with Mike Stone, the karate. Just horrible. The whole thing is horrible. And so basically, he asks quite a few questions about Elvis, but I do think that Lynda muddles through it really well, keeps her head up, stands her ground. She always defends Elvis, even when he brings up the guns or his eating habits or his prescribed medication taking. She proudly stands up for Elvis. She makes the viewer, you know, back then in 1978, understand that Elvis was under a lot of pressure. He couldn't really go anywhere in public during the day. And I just think she portrays him in a really nice way. Then you've got the Hilton manager, which must have been a massive responsibility because that place is enormous. He takes Michael Douglas up to the penthouse suite of the Hilton Hotel, the International Hotel, whichever one you want to call it. Shows Elvis's penthouse suite, shows how Elvis was living during the concerts, you know, during his time performing in Vegas. We know that Elvis is the biggest ever sellout performer in Vegas that Vegas has ever had. Lasika, are you talking to me? Because I listen to Elvis every day. There is never a day when I don't listen to Elvis, ever. I wake up to Elvis. I go to bed to Elvis. So basically, Henry speaks very well of Elvis. Henry, the manager of the Hilton, says how lovely Elvis was. He says how all the staff that worked in the Hilton really liked Elvis because he was so kind and generous and caring. He didn't look down on the staff in the Hilton. He gave them loads of respect and made them feel special. So I really like the fact that Henry speaks so well of Elvis, because Henry would have been friends with Elvis and the Colonel Tom Parker all the way through the Vegas years. Yeah? So really, 1969 to 77. I think I'm right. You know, tell me if I. And Henry just always says how amazing Elvis was, how nice and kind and friendly and polite, how he treated everyone as equals no matter who they were, how good he was to the band members, to the backing singer. I just love the way that Henry defended Elvis. Love it. Yeah, Henry was great. You go and anyone that hasn't watched it, go on to Defending Elvis Presley and watch Dream, and you're going to be happily pleased with how that went. This very rare Lynda Thompson. Now, it doesn't just talk about that, it also mentions there's a part in it where it shows one of his I just think there's lots of little snippets in that newly found interview that I just think makes Elvis look great myself. Right, Henry has done. All right, I'll look them up. Elizabeth, I'm going to look up. I really liked him. I like the way he spoke about Elvis. I'm definitely going to look it up. I wonder, did he do with other friends of Elvis? Elizabeth, do you know? Did Henry interviews with people that Elvis knew well? I'd like to know. Famous interviewers. I actually enjoyed it much more than I was expecting. Brilliant. So I just let you know what I've done today. I woke up. I did a live stream on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto, all about the diet. Quite a long live stream, over an hour. Then I did a live stream. No, then I did a video about Ginger Alden. I'll look them up, Elizabeth. Then I did one about Ginger Alden. I think that was on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto. Please subscribe to it, guys. Elvis Presley. We have two channels. Elvis Presley Fan on Keto is the light-hearted stuff. The more serious stuff is Defending Elvis Presley. The more serious stuff is on Defending Elvis Presley YouTube channel. So I did a Ginger Alden interview. I broke the interview down. I mean, she was beautiful. This interview that she did was, I would say, probably the same year, 1978. I think she's beautiful, she's stunning. I really like Ginger Alden. We've got her book. We've also got Lynda's book. I've read some of Ginger Alden's book, and I've heard that it is a beautiful book, well written, and portrays Elvis in a beautiful light. I love the way that Ginger Alden speaks about Elvis. She talks about him like he was very upbeat, was still enjoying life. Obviously, she makes it clear that they'd got engaged. That they were planning to marry in December. I know that there's complicated views on this. Some of you think it was a bit of a fake engagement. Some of you think they were never going to marry. And some of you also think that it was very genuine. They were definitely going to get married and at Christmas, and they were going to have children. So mixed views on Ginger. Some of you think she was too young. Some of you think that Elvis had so many problems in 1977, where you had Priscilla still demanding more money from the second divorce, placing a debt on Graceland's. So Priscilla was really out to get Elvis in 1977. I know she portrays herself as being, how can I say it? Oh, we were good friends, you know, we were better apart, she says. Nah, it's rubbish. They were arguing about money, they were arguing about the divorce settlement, they were arguing about Lisa. She says, oh yes, I spoke to Elvis 2 days before he died, we were such good friends. Nah, they were arguing. Don't fall for it, guys. I don't believe for a second that Priscilla, that is literally trying to take Elvis to the cleaners for money, demanding a massive amount of money, demanding massive spousal payments. She also wants a percentage of his copyrights, you know, part of his profits and other things. I don't think for a second that they were good friends and getting on well in 1977. No way. She had her lawyers, her team of lawyers attacking Elvis for more money, and it was millions, and he couldn't afford it. So then they created this deed of trust to place this debt on Graceland's. This lien, in England we call it a charge, to guarantee that Elvis would get his money in installments. So Priscilla was very greedy in 1977. She was out for blood. So don't fall for it, guys. But anyway, Ginger Alden, she does try and paint Elvis in a kind light. She does sort of say that, I'm walking really fast, guys. That's why I'm a bit out of breath. I'm like really walking fast, yeah? We've done nearly 1.5 miles already. We've done 1.5 miles, guys. It's amazing. Anyway, I do think they had some happy times. I do. I'm sure that Elvis was flattered that Ginger Alden, such a beautiful woman, liked him so much. I just think, come on, she was 21, was she? 20, 21. Were they really going to get married and have kids? I don't know, guys. We've seen the holiday pictures. She says Elvis was slimming out, was excited for the upcoming tour, enjoyed his holiday in Hawaii. Thanks a lot. I'm walking fast, guys. I'm doing all the walking and you guys are just doing the watching. Doesn't seem fair to me. So, right, so we've done 1.5 miles because we're nearly home. I've walked so fast now, I'm gonna walk a little bit further. So, I mean, I am a fan of Ginger Alden. I think she's a lovely girl. I think her book is great, even though I haven't read it all yet. She always speaks well of Elvis. When you look at Ginger Alden's interviews, they're always very sweet. She's a lovely lady. She holds herself well. She has, I would say, she's a very dignified lady, yeah? And she's been in England recently doing interviews. I just think she's lovely, yeah? I've got nothing bad to say about Ginger Alden. I think she's great. Woo. So guys, I do recommend that you go back and watch this interview. I can't hang about. I'm more or less home now, guys. So I'm gonna have to say goodbye, but thanks for joining me on this quick 25-minute, 1.5 mile walk at defending Elvis Presley. I'll be back later for another live stream, guys. So I'll see you later, alligator.